What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money, real conversation, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Listen, y'all, we got some topics to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make sure we lock in. We gonna make sure we get to it. But before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. You know what I'm saying? For the algorithm, brother. Reason being is because it's gonna help my content continue to keep getting pushed out and pushed out and pushed out. It helps the algorithm. So by y'all coming in here and liking the live, it helps me out tremendously. All right, so make sure you do that. Super chat goals today is $100 and the Cash App goal is $50. If you feel as if you want to support the channel, do so. You want to become part of the ENG community, do so. Because if you're already a subscriber, guess what's the next thing to do? Become a member. And I think the most expensive one we got is $2.99. So very inexpensive. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and lock in with some topics. But let me do something real quick because I was trying to figure something out. Something going on with my other little thing. So let me fix this real quick, and then we'll get to it. Is that what I want? Is that what we're doing? This thing always bugging, man. I just needed to do with it. I needed to do what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second, y'all. I'm coming. Give me a whole second. I am coming. There we go. All right, bet. Now we good. Now we locked in. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with these topics for today. I got this first topic, and there's this woman, and she basically saying she's telling men in his face how she's actually finessing them and how women are finessing these men in America. So we're gonna dive into that. Then we're gonna give our thoughts and our opinions on it. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out. Oh, she already being disrespectful right out the gate. Right out the gate, son. Right out the gate, son. She already being disrespectful. Now, I can't play the video even further because they got the loud music playing. Y'all know how YouTube is about copyrights. But I'm just gonna go ahead and call it for spade to spade. Dog, I would have got up and walked clean hell up out of there. This is the epitome of hold on, give me a second. Where's my original at? My bad, y'all. This already been came up, but it didn't. I got caught up. Bro, where's the video? The only one I've been watching this entire time, bro. Whatever, bro. Whatever. We good. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. But this is the what up, Trees? So this is the epitome of This is the epitome of women who who do not respect men on any level at all, dog. Look at this shit. Let's see if we can let it play a little further. Let's see.
I'm trying to get right, so it's like, unfortunately, there's not that many pretty women here. Yeah. That's you. Yeah. A table full of food. But it's like, I feel like we have a good enough dynamic to where if I were to talk to somebody, you would mix it up. Say that again.
Nah, fam. Nah, you got to get going. Listen. Let me say this. If you with the shits, bro, be with the shits. If you with it, be with it. But I know for me personally, I'm out. I'm out the door. Because first of all, the audacity of you to even look at me straight in the face while we out, I'm spending my money on you, shorty. And the first thing that come to your mouth because y'all having a good time and you got a little alcohol courage in your system, you looking me dead in the face and look, I ain't gonna lie, because it's a lot of men, it's a lot of good looking men here. Okay, and what? And you know exactly what I would have did. I said, all right, bet. Well, go get one of them. Because guess exactly what I'm finna do. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm finna get up from the table. You know what? I'm gonna hit him with the bathroom trail. Like, listen, all right, bet. Do your thing. I'll be right back. Let me go to the bathroom. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pay for my ticket. I'm like, listen, go ahead and pay for mine. She gonna pay for her shit. And then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stay there. I ain't leaving. I'm gonna stay right there in the spot, and I'm gonna go holler at another shorty. I say, yeah, man, I was on a date for a minute, but shorty, she had the audacity to come to me straight in my face talking about how so many fine niggas in there. And then what's crazy, she doubled down on this shit and gonna sit here and tell me that she think that it wouldn't fuck nothing up because of the dynamic. Mind you, I'm supposed to be paying for her. I'm supposed to be paying for this date. But guess what? I ain't paying for shit. I only paid for mine, and now she just sitting over there by herself. So hopefully she can find one of these cats up in here who willing to pay for her meal. I ain't doing it. That's just me though. That's what I would do. Because that's crazy work. But I also believe, this is what I also believe. I also believe that she was showing signs that she was not truly interested in this dude in the first place. She wasn't giving him that much time, and he probably kept trying to push the issue. So she just kind of, this is just almost like a pity date. They're friends, so she'll tuggle the line a little bit. She'll give you a little bit, then she'll pull back, give you a little bit, pull back, give you a little bit, then pull back. It was never nothing real for real. She won't never take it all the way there, but she'll give you a little something. She'll give you a little something, little trinkets here and there to keep you around. So you're like, all right, maybe she is feeling your boy. Maybe she is rocking with me. And then boom, now you see how she really feel about you. What's up, Sandra? Now you see how she really feel about you. I don't know how long they've been, based off of this conversation. It doesn't seem like they've been friends or they've been kicking it or talking for a very long time. But the audacity of you to come out and say, "It's some fine niggas in here," and I don't think you would trip if I was talking to one of them, boy. But she must think very little of you, dog. And that's real shit. That's real. She must think very little of this dude. And that is crazy to me. Very little. I mean, what the heck? She must think very little of this dude. So, man, I would be advised, bro. If shorty is not giving you the attention, or if shorty is not reciprocating the energy that you will want, even though no matter how attractive she is, because shorty is attractive, no matter how bad you want it, sometimes, dog, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, homie. And you just got to keep it pushing. Just keep it moving, dog. Like, you know what? Let me go find some fine shit who really trying to rock with your boy, man, and won't have the audacity to say some shit to me like that. That's crazy work. That's crazy, bro. But hey, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
What? All right, hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Give me a second. Do we want that? Do we want that? All right, so this is what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dive right into it. Let's talk about this Taylor Swift topic, man. Let's get into this Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, for those of y'all who don't know, they were already in headlines beforehand, before we even talking about this, because you know they were doing a prenup because they end up getting engaged, right? So now they're having a wedding. They're gonna have a wedding in NYC, in New York City. Now, here's the crazy part. The venue that they are going to get married for, they ended up using that same venue that Taylor Swift was going to use with her ex. That's the venue that they're going to use. And mind you, the way that she's moving with this wedding for 1,200 guests, and she's moving like it's a militant, like they finna go to war. Black buses, everybody who's involved in this marriage does not have all the same information. She's giving different types of information to different type of people, just to see who's gonna leak what information out. So she's really tight knit. She's been really tight knit with this wedding, as well as I think she ended up paying a bride who was going to use that venue, so that way that she can use it. Now, for those of y'all who know who Taylor Swift is, Taylor Swift has been in the game for a long time. She has been in vlogs for a long time. People have been reacting to her for a long time. She's been in relationships that people have done think pieces about. So she's been in the media for a very long time. And then on top of that, you know, she's understood how to get the recordings to her masters and all this. And she's worth $2 billion. You feel me? So the question is, before I play this video, the question I want to ask everybody else, considering the fact of who Taylor Swift is, the brand that she's built, the visibility that she's had for years, do you think that the way that she's operating this wedding is more so about the security factor? Do you think it's about the security factor, considering the fact that she's visible and she really wants this to be a tight-knit wedding so that way they can actually enjoy themselves? Or do you think it's just publicity, just for attention? What do y'all think? But we're going to get into it, and then we're going to give our thoughts and our opinions on it. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out.
Taylor and Travis are set to tie the knot at Madison Square Garden, where Swift has performed a whopping 8 times. One source said everyone's been sworn to secrecy. Another noted privacy was of #1 importance to the couple. Guests will likely be transported into the venue on blacked out buses, taking advantage of MSG's multiple entrances. We've got more on the coveted invite list right here.
We are less than a month away from the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce wedding, and everyone's talking about who's not coming. With more as our senior reporter, Bernie Zilio. Bernie, let's talk Taylor Travis snubs.
Hey, Brian. Oh, man, this has got to sting. So as we know, Taylor and Travis are getting married so soon. Page 6 exclusively reported that they are set to wed July 3rd in New York City. So we are keeping watch. Now, as that date approaches, we are finding out who's going, who's not going. We were told that Miles Teller and his wife, Kelly Teller, did not receive an invite to this wedding, which is shocking because they were very, very close to Taylor and Travis over the years.
Yeah, I remember them at the 2024 Super Bowl in the box, VIP with Taylor Swift. So something must have happened since then, caused a little bit of a friendship rift or at least a chilling of sorts.
Totally. People started noticing that they weren't as close sometime last year. And sleuths, including myself, noticed that Kelly noticeably had not really been liking Taylor's posts. They hadn't been seen in public since that Super Bowl in 2024. And we're talking a couple who was so close to Taylor and then Travis that they were at every birthday party. They went to multiple Kansas City Chiefs games. Kelly even bought Taylor a very extravagant opal ring for one of her birthdays. I mean, these were besties. So I'm not exactly sure what went down at some point last year or maybe even 2024. But whatever it was big enough to result in this couple not being invited to Taylor and Travis's wedding, which is kind of sad because I think Miles had a pretty good relationship with Travis, but you know how it is. If
That's right.
the women are fighting, you guys are not friends.
Yeah, Miles certainly isn't going to go to the wedding by himself. He's not going to go stand.
If he wants a divorce, he will attend that wedding by himself.
He's not going to go Maverick to the wedding.
There we go. Absolutely not.
But there were some signs that Miles was maybe hinting that there was maybe some hurt. He was on Travis and Jason's New Heights podcast and referred to, Travis as his brother, since this rift. And he was also quoted by Parade Magazine saying that, kind of wishing them well, but kind of in a neutral way. Is that right?
Totally. That was another clue that something was wrong because Travis proposed to Taylor in August 2025, and a couple months later in November, Miles, of course, he's like a close friend. He's asked about this on a red carpet. Oh my gosh, so exciting, wedding of the century. And his response was a little cryptic and vague. And to your point, was very much along the lines of wishing them well. They look like they're having a blast. That's the whole point of being in a marriage. I'm sure it's going to be a crazy wedding. But he even said, I don't know if we're going to be invited. So I'm not sure what happened there, but if I managed to get myself disinvited from,
yeah, you know what, Zyrez, that's a very true statement. That is a very true statement, and that's why it's so hard to become friends with other celebrities. I think a lot of times it's just for show, it's just for face. Now, can you develop a true friendship in as celebrity relationships? Yeah, you can. But the likelihood of it succeeding is far and few between, dog. It's real deal. It's far and few between because there's always somebody who may have an agenda or they're around you for just because of your name or for whatever, or for some strategic reason or for some reason for them to elevate or it may help them elevate their name just because your name is attached to them. It could be so many different reasons, man. So a lot of those celebrity relationships are finicky, and you just gotta keep an eye out on them. Real talk. That's a great point.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding. I would need double the therapy that I'm receiving now.
I know. I love all the details that we've been kind of hearing about how they're even inviting people. It's not a paper invitation; it's a phone call. This is really top secret, and we're getting a couple more snubs reported. Tell us more about who's not coming.
Yeah, some of the crazier, I guess it's not crazy when you look at the scope of what happened, but Blake Lively, as we all know, was thick as thieves with Taylor. Taylor is the godmother of her children, but as we all know, Blake maybe inadvertently dragged her into her court.
Yep, because y'all remember Blake Lively, right? Ryan Reynolds' wife. Yep. They had a falling out because Blake Lively, thinking she bigger than the program, her ass out here was trying to sue. I forgot his name. Damn, I forgot the guy's name. What's up, Lysandra? How you feeling? She was trying to sue. I forgot buddy's name. I think he was in from Jane. He was in the show Jane the Virgin. He was in the show Jane the Virgin, and she was trying to sue him in regards to the movie that they had made together, saying that I forgot exactly what it was. It was a while back. But then she ended up dragging Taylor Swift into it, and Taylor Swift had nothing to do with it. And so they had a whole beef. They had a whole situation going. They had a falling out through that entire debacle. So, yeah, I can see why that popped off. You just relaxing. Good to see you. Hey, listen, it's good to see you too. It's good to see you too. I appreciate you for coming in. You finally caught the live. I appreciate you.
Battle with Justin Baldoni and the public fallout from that has been pretty nuts. And so, yeah, there's been a definite strain in their friendship. I don't know if they'll ever come back, but we revealed recently that Blake did not make the invite list either. Neither did her husband, Ryan Reynolds. And as we know, Ryan can't show up without Blake. Let's be real now.
I remember, we were reading some of those reported texts between Blake and Taylor, and things were getting very frosty. And Taylor even called her out, said, I feel like I'm talking to essentially a corporation, a press release during her It Ends With Us fallout. And, you know, I think it really rubbed Taylor the wrong way. She's like, I miss my friend. Yeah. You know, and you don't want that kind of energy at your big day.
Oh, 100%. You want every single person in that room to be riding so hard for you without a question in your mind about why they are close to you with no ulterior motives. That's definitely the vibe you want at your wedding, especially if you're a global superstar marrying another very famous person, you know?
So who else got snubbed? Let's get into it.
So reportedly, another snub was Karlie Kloss. She's a supermodel, married to Jared Kushner.
They were part of the squad for a while.
Part of the squad. She was there with Gigi.
And so, but here's the thing, though. Here's my thing. Y'all worrying about who gets invited to a wedding. Listen, is militant. When you are as big as, he said, I knew you were a Swiftie. Man, I ain't no Swiftie. I ain't no Swiftie, man. Listen, when you worth $2 billion and you've been in the game this long and you still one of the biggest names as a celebrity, listen, you got to move different, bro. Certain people can't move the way that you move, so you're going to have to operate different. Dog, y'all are having a wedding at Madison Square Garden, fam. Madison Square Garden, so you got to move differently. You moving your 1,200 guests, y'all moving in the all blacked out bus. Who doing that? Who doing that? The prenup already said, listen, them already setting up the prenup already set the tune for how the relationship is going to go. Like everything is going to be strategic. We're going to move how we move. We're going to take care of business, and then we can enjoy our time with the people that we truly want to rock with. That's what it's all about. I guarantee you, those 1,200 people that are there, half of them, most of them are probably family. And then, of course, some people that truly, truly been by their side the entire way. Everybody else who got snubbed, hey, listen, it ain't personal. It's just I don't see you being that close. We may be cool, we may have had conversations, but hey, man, my bad. My bad. Whatever the fuck he said, my wedding snubs ended friendships. Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't want certain. Listen, bro, I get it. Sometimes some people want to beat up, but sometimes, bro, you don't want certain people around for certain things. Because you may have that one friend that don't know how to behave when there's formal events. They don't know how to act. You know, they cool, they dope, but I can't bring you in certain spaces, dog. I love you, but I can't bring you in these type of spaces, dog. You may act a fool. Or there may be somebody that I'm close with over here, and I'm close with you too, but I know y'all two don't align, so I gotta pick one. And this person been rocking with me for the longest, so I'm a bring them over here. And so that's not a slight to you, but I've been rocking with this person a lot longer. That doesn't mean I don't have a friendship with you, but I know that y'all don't have a good relationship together. And anytime y'all get in the same room, it's always a mess. So, nah, we ain't doing that. And then again, there's a reason why it's only 1,200 guests, considering the fact that it's Taylor Swift. You would think it's going to be hundreds of thousands of people, right? 1,200, that's very small. 1,200, that's very small at the scale that she's at. So that also lets you know that she's moving very strategic. She's keeping that wedding is significantly small when you think about it from a grand scheme of things. That's a small wedding. It's only 1,200 people there, considering the fact of all the people she could have invited. Keeping it close to the chest, giving people different information just to make sure that ain't nobody leaking shit out. about what's going on at the wedding because they want that shit militant.
Selena, who, by the way, still in good graces, still going to this wedding. But yeah, there's definitely been some iciness between Taylor and Carly that I think went a little bit under the radar. But apparently this all stems from the fact that
I don't think they did Travis Kelce wrong though. I mean, because think about it. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the media tried to put it a certain way. But when I take a look back, hey, he took a dub. He taking the dub right now. He being quiet. He laying low. He doing what he's supposed to do. He doing his football thing. He already worth $90 million himself. So even without Taylor Swift, he's still straight. But he just elevated. I ain't gonna hold you. He just elevated. Being with Taylor Swift just elevated him. His stock went the fuck up. Cause y'all remember his ex. The same shorty who's up there like, what I look like going 50-50. What you mean? Are you worth $2 billion? Does anybody know your name? The only reason they know you is because you was with Travis Kelce. So I mean, you might need to be humbled a little bit, shorty.
Scooter Braun was notably at Carly's wedding to Josh in October 2018, but he was her manager as well.
Thanks.
From my understanding, as we all know, there was drama with Taylor and Scooter over her master's recordings, and I do believe that is involved in why they are no longer as close as they once were.
And she said,
you was invited to the Swift wedding? Hey, I feel it, big dog. I feel it.
She's purchased her master's back, but I guess that wasn't enough. You know, the loyalty is still being tested. What about Zoe Kravitz? There were rumors of a feud. These two are really close. Zoe's even co-written and background vocals on some of Taylor's albums.
Yeah, you know how these type of platforms are. You know, I personally think these type of platforms it's feminist based. I'll be 110% honest with you. You know, you can see the sassy vibes over there. You can see it. So you know they're not gonna paint. He's just a somebody. That's just a man over there. He ain't nobody. He's nobody that's relevant. It's kind of like what they try to do with Klay Thompson. He just relevant. You know what I'm saying? You talking about Megan Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson, he just irrelevant. He ain't nobody. That's exactly what's happening.
Albums. Zoe is engaged to Taylor's ex, Harry Styles. Is there bad blood between these two?
You know, Taylor is a bigger person than I am because it's my understanding that Zoe is invited to this wedding. I'm told there was just like a couple hiccups between them in their relationship. As you said, Harry Styles dated Taylor Swift. Granted, it was for 5 minutes like a decade ago, but still, an ex is an ex.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Zoe is engaged to Harry, and you would think that Zoe would bring her fiance to this wedding. It's unclear whether or not Harry would go. I'm not sure about the status of an invite, but he is on tour. So that is working for him and all involved so that it doesn't, we're not ruffling any feathers. It just kind of worked out that way. But with regard to Zoe, she is going to this wedding.
That's great. And she might even be in the wedding party. Who knows? But we know Selena Gomez and Gigi Hadid are most likely going to be bridesmaids.
Probably.
And I have a good hunch that Jason Kelce is either the best man or the groom's side.
If Jason Kelce is not the best man, I'm riding at dawn because what are you doing, Travis?
Of course your brother gonna be the best man.
Miles Teller shows up as the best man.
He comes in on a fighter jet.
Yes.
And of course the Mahomes are going to be there. How can they not?
Of course. So it's
they're not just teammates. They also are business partners, and they're best buds.
Totally. It's going to be star-studded. Even if Taylor and Travis were like, we're going to keep this like intimate, only closest pals. You guys are super famous. Like your closest pals are also super famous. So even if it is going to be an intimate affair, which we're told it's not, everyone there is notable in some way, shape, or form. Just having proximity to these two, like you're already a superstar.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So just off the mere fact that Travis Kelce's name is mentioned with Taylor Swift, this dude's stock is gonna go crazy. He's worth $90 million now. I guarantee you, give it about 5 years, this man gonna be worth well over 200 mil. Give it about 5 years. Well over 200. Man, listen. But also, I gotta say it. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, show me the link. But what I don't hear Taylor Swift in the media. I don't hear her talking about, oh, I don't need a man. You know, I can do bad all by myself. I'm strong. I'm independent. I don't hear it, but she's worth 2 billion. I'm sorry, 2 billion. I ain't gonna disrespect her. $2 billion. And she's still operating her femininity. She know how to take care of business. She know how to do her thing. She know how to keep her money and continue to grow her investments. And she's still being a woman. Now we got bad blood. Pop culture sees him as Taylor's fiance, and we see him as a football player. Yep, that's exactly how we see him. What's up, Fu Carey? Now we got bad blood. Yeah. Who cares? She's just as silent about her man as Beyonce. Exactly. They get into a bag. They're focusing on their legacy, doing what they do. They're still taking care of business. Everybody still respects and knows who Beyonce is. Everybody respects and knows who Taylor Swift is, but guess what? They still operating in their femininity. They still taking care of business. So yeah, you can do both. You can do both. Now, of course, at some point, one's going to have to come before the other first, but you can still make it happen. That's exactly what they do. Is Beyonce bigger than Jay-Z or Jay-Z bigger than Beyonce? In the sense of fan base, I'm probably gonna say Beyonce is bigger, bro. In the sense of fan base, I'm gonna say Beyonce is bigger. In fan base, when it comes to fan base. But if you're talking about money wise, of course, Jay-Z the big dog when it comes to that. Sense of everything overall, Beyonce. Just do a test. Do a test run, bro. Put a thumbnail up. Do a thumbnail of Beyonce, and then come back on the next time and do one of Jay-Z and see which one get more hits. That'll tell you everything.
You know, it's funny. I remember Taylor was back on the Graham Norton show over across the pond, and she said, everyone's invited to my wedding. It's going to be a big party.
So you're going big.
I just mean that I was going to invite you to it. I think the only stressful weddings.
You don't know? You don't think so, Tech Coach? You don't think Jay-Z's bigger than, you don't think Beyonce is bigger than Jay-Z? In the sense of, I mean, because let's think about it. When you talk, money wise, business wise, we already know that's Jay-Z's lane. We already know that. But when you talk about fan base, nah, fam, Beyonce got her. Beyonce got him. When it comes to fan base, when it comes to stardom, Beyonce got him. Because you got to think, even though her acting wasn't all that great, she's been in movies. Of course, you know, she got her beehive. She got her beehive game. And that in itself, shit. Of course, it ain't the Swifties or nothing like that, because she ain't got nothing on Taylor Swift. Because Taylor Swift, shit, boy, them people they'll deem you to hell if you say anything wrong about Taylor Swift. So can't touch that. But nah, I do think that she's bigger than Jay-Z in the sense of celebrity. Everybody know who Beyonce is. Not everybody knows who Jay-Z is. And that's just being that. And I'm saying that just based off of the conversation itself, because I rock with Jay-Z. I'm a Jay-Z guy. But in the sense of celebrity, nah. It's almost just like it's almost, I'm not gonna say it's almost the same. It's kind of like LeBron James, right? I would say LeBron James. In America, people know who LeBron James is. But if you talk globally, you might get some people who know who LeBron James is, and that's kind of how Jay-Z is. Like, people know who in America, people know who Jay-Z is. However, when you talk globally, not many people really know who Jay-Z is in that sense. And that may be a bad example, to be honest with you. But I'm using that in comparison to Beyonce, though. In comparison to Beyonce, he's not as big.
Are the ones where you have a small amount and people are on the bubble.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you have to evaluate or assess your relationship with them.
Yeah.
To see if they should be there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
And it turns out not so much, right?
Yeah. And I think I think it's typical and normal for a bride and a groom who are planning their big day to go back and forth, to change their mind, to look into one plan. Oh, that's not going to work out. Let's try something else. But when you have the added factor of your number one priority being like security, I think they are going to extremes to ensure that that day goes off perfectly, including throwing off fans, media in any way, shape, and form that they can. But I understand. I get it. Like they want to make sure that it is the most special day and they deserve it.
It's probably also why the wedding is not happening in Rhode Island. You know, on the coast, you can't really keep people from flying drones to film your wedding if you're having a coastal Rhode Island wedding. Yeah. Reportedly, it's in New York City, July 3rd. A lot easier to lock things down in a big wedding venue in, let's say, financial district. Or Taylor was just spotted at a wedding in Taylor and Travis were just at a wedding in Bushwick.
Wow.
So, you know, they're going all over the 5 boroughs at this point.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Well, either way, shout out to them. You know, I hope they have many years ahead of them. I hope they have a successful marriage. I hope they are together for the remaining of their lives. They continue to keep running up bad. They continue to keep running up their money, continue to keep building the legacy, and they have children together, continue to keep doing the same thing with them. Yeah, I really don't have anything ill to say about this. I say, hey, you do as what you feel for your wedding. You invite who you need to invite. If some people feel slighted, oh well, that's their problem, not mine. You feel me? So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right, so it says, Ted Coach Ralph says, when I hear Beyonce, I think of Jay-Z. When I hear Swift, I think of Bad Blood. When I hear Jay-Z, I think of Big Pimpin', Rockefeller, etc. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair, but you got to think about what the ladies hear too. The ladies. I'm going to be honest with you. When I hear Beyonce, I think Destiny's Child. I don't even put them two in the same category. When I listen to Jay-Z, I'm not thinking about Beyonce. If I hear Beyonce, I'm not thinking about Jay-Z, right? I'm not. I just say, oh, that's Destiny's Child. That's the former Destiny's Child. Or I think of Dreamgirls. Listen to the sound from deep within, a melody I start, but I can't complete. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that now. Now that I do not agree with at all. Stop it. Don't you be trying to put me into a corner, Zyrex. Absolutely not. I forbid thee. I forbid. I forbid that. You try to get me. You try to slip one in there. I got you. I got you, Food Carry. Not Food Carry, Zyrex. I got you. You tried to get me. You tried to get me. I ain't going. I think I want to watch this. I honestly and truly believe that. You know what? I think Ted Coach Ralph gonna appreciate this next topic though. I think he is, because since he's the AI guy, and so he's gonna give me some insight. He's gonna give us some insight on this. And so it is that what we have 40. We have 40 minutes, so it's time to go ahead and open up. It's time to go ahead and open up my lines. There we go. Y'all already know what time it is. If you got any if you got any thoughts, any pennies you wanted to get off, $10 super chat. You get 60 to 90 seconds to get your thoughts off, and I'll send the link for you to come up and say what it is. So I want to talk about this topic real quick. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but they're talking about Claude and how these individuals are talking about how you can use Claude. And this is like a 28-minute video. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the full thing, but they've seen $300 courses, how people are creating courses, how they're creating multiple and hundreds and thousands of dollars of revenue just using Claude and what they're building. And so one of these things that this guy's going to teach it. He's going to tell us what it is that they're doing and how to prompt properly. So I was curious in this. I haven't watched this. I want to see what it's about, and maybe Tech Coach Ralph, he'll probably give us some insight on this as well, because I know he enjoys this shit too. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into it, and we'll give our thoughts and our opinions. All right, so let's rock out.
Hey everyone, I'm Boris. I'm a member of technical staff here at Anthropic, and I created Quad Code. And here to talk to you a little bit about some practical tips and tricks for using Quad Code. It's going to be very practical. I'm not going to go too much into the history or the theory or anything like this. And yeah, before we start, actually, can we get a quick show of hands who has used Quad Code before?
I do.
Yeah, all right, that's what we like to see. For everyone that didn't raise your hand, I know you're not supposed to do this while people are talking, but if you can open your laptop and type this, and this will help you install Quad Code, just so you can follow along for the rest of the talk. All you need is Node.js. If you have it, this should work. Most of them have been about.
Here we go.
So what is Quad Code? Quad Code is a new kind of AI assistant, and there's been different generations of AI assistants for coding. Most of them have been about completing, like a line at a time, completing a few lines of code at a time. Quad Code is not for that. It's fully agentic. So it's meant for building features, for writing entire functions, entire files, fixing entire bugs at the same time. And what's kind of cool about Quad Code is it works with all of your tools. And you don't have to change out your workflow. You don't have to swap everything to start using it. So whatever IDE you use, if you use VS Code, or if you use Xcode, or if you use JetBrains IDEs, there's some people at Anthropic that you can't pry them from their cold, dead hands, but they use Quad Code because Quad Code works with every single IDE, every terminal out there. It'll work locally over remote SSH, over tmux, whatever environment you're in, you can run it. It's general purpose, and this is something where if you haven't used these kind of free-form coding assistants in the
got you in the chokehold.
It can be kind of hard to figure out how to get started because you open it up and you just
yes and no. Some people like Gemini more. Some people like Claude better. I've used both. I like both. I use them for different purposes. So, I mean, just all based off of what you like and what you're trying to do and how you're trying to leverage it.
See a prompt bar and you might wonder, like, what do I do with this? What do I type in? It's a power tool, so you can use it for a lot of things, but also because it can do so much, we don't try to guide you towards a particular workflow because really you should be able to use it however you want as an engineer. As you open up Quad Code for the first time, there's a few things that we recommend doing to get your environment set up.
Basics.
And these are pretty straightforward. So run terminal setup. This will give you Shift Enter for new lines, so you don't have to do like backslashes to enter new lines.
Read the top of the screen, brother.
Do /theme to set light mode or dark mode or Daltonize themes. You can do /install GitHub app.
Install every day at work.
We announced a GitHub app
where
you can mention Claude.
Which one? So would you say, so Tech Coach Ralph, would you say Claude is your favorite, or what would you say? Which one would you say is your favorite? Well, considering the fact that you use it for work every day, right? Would you say Claude would be your favorite, or would you say a different AI agent is?
Claude on any GitHub issue or pull request. So to install it, just run this command in your terminal. You can customize the set of allowed tools that you can use so you're not prompted for it every time. This is pretty convenient for stuff that I'm prompted.
Well, if you knew how to read, it said call-ins are open, must be subscribed. drop $10 to $25 in the super chat, and you can get 60 to 90 seconds. After you do that, the link then will be dropped. So make sure you read the thing fully.
About a bunch, I'll definitely
And it's only going to be about the topic at hand, nothing else.
Customize it in this way so I don't have to accept it every time. And something that I actually do is for a lot of my prompts, I won't hand type them into Claude Code. If you're on Mac OS, you can go into your system settings under accessibility is dictation, and you can enable it. And so something I do is you just hit like that dictation key twice, and you can just speak your prompt. And it helps a lot to have specific prompts. So this is actually pretty awesome. You can just talk to Claude Code and like you would another engineer, and you don't have.
I see now. So now we got an ignorant fool up in here. So the same person that's telling me I'm begging for money is the same person that's begging to come on my platform. Make it make sense to me. No, don't use shaming language now, big dog. You asked to come into my platform on a person who you don't know. You came up here and asked me because you failed to read. Now you look like an idiot. But I'll let you live though. Keep going.
Have to type a lot of code. So when you're starting out with Claude Code, it's so freeform and it can do everything. What do you start with? The thing I recommend above everything else is starting with code-based Q&A. So just asking questions to your code base. This is something that we teach new hires at Anthropic. So on the first day in technical onboarding, you learn about Claude Code, you download it, you get it set up, and then you immediately start asking questions about the code base. And in the past, when you're doing technical onboarding, it's something that taxes the team a lot, right? You have to ask other engineers on the team questions. You have to look around the code, and this takes a while. You have to figure out how to use the tools. This takes a long time.
Oh, you lean toward Gemini? Okay,
Code,
I got
just
you.
ask Claude Code, and it'll explore the code base. It'll answer these kind of questions. And so at Anthropic, onboarding used to take about 2 or 3 weeks for technical hires. It's now about 2 or 3 days. What's also kind of cool about Q&A is we don't do any sort of indexing. So there's no remote database with your code. We don't upload it anywhere. Your code stays local. We do not train generative models on the code. So it's there, you control it. There's no indices or anything like this. And what that means is also there's no setup. So you start Claude, you download it, you start it. There's no indexing. You don't have to wait. You can just use it right away. This is a technical talk. So I'm going to show some very specific prompts and very specific code samples that you can use and hopefully improve and up-level your Claude Code experience. So some kind of questions that you can ask is.
So let me ask you something, Tech Coach Rob. So with Claude, right? Have you created a system? What system have you created thus far for you that you operate on a day-to-day basis? Like not for work, not for what you're doing work, but outside of work. Is there any project that you're working on that has your focus right now that you're working on that you may not have put in the Patreon or that you haven't posted online?
Like how is this particular piece of code used, or how do I instantiate this thing? And Claude Code, it won't just do like a text search and try to answer this. It'll often go a level deeper, and it'll try to find examples of how is this class instantiated, how is it used, and it'll give you a much deeper answer. So something that you would get out of a wiki or documentation.
Okay.
Instead of just like Command F.
So you do all of your thumbnails from Gemini. That's what you use to create your thumbnails, Gemini.
Something that I do a lot also is ask it about Git history. So for example, why does this function have 15 arguments, and why are the arguments named this weird way? And this is something I bet in all of our code bases, you have some function like this or some class like this. And Claude Code can look through Git history, and it'll look to figure out how did these arguments get introduced, and who introduced them, and what was the situation? What are the issues that those commits link to? And it'll look through all this and summarize it. And you don't have to tell it that in all this detail. You just ask it. So just say, look through Git history, and it'll know to do this. The reason it knows, by the way, is not because we prompted it to. There's nothing in the system prompt about looking through Git history. It knows it because the model is awesome. And if you tell it to use Git, it'll know how to use Git. So we're lucky to be building on such a good model. I often ask about GitHub issues. So, you know, it can use web fetch and it can fetch issues and look up context on issues too. And this is pretty awesome. And this is something that I do every single Monday in our weekly stand-up is I ask, what did I ship this week? And Claude Code looks at the log, it knows my username, and it'll just give me a nice readout of everything I shipped. And I'll just copy and paste that into a doc somewhere. So yeah, that's tip number one. For people that have not used Claude Code before, if you're just showing it to someone for the first time, onboarding your team, the thing we definitely recommend is start with code base Q&A. Don't start by using fancy tools. Don't start by editing code.
Okay,
start by asking questions about the code base, and that'll teach people how to prompt. And it'll start teaching them this boundary of like, what can Claude Code do? What is it capable of versus what do you need to hold its hand with?
I'll be hitting you up today.
What can be one-shotted? What can be two-shotted, three-shotted? What do you need to use interactive mode for in a REPL? Once you're pretty comfortable with Q&A, you can dive into editing code. This is the next thing. And the cool thing about any sort of agentic, you know, like using a LM in an agentic way is you give it tools and it's just like magical. It figures out how to use the tools. And with Claude Code, we give it a pretty small set of tools. It's not a lot. And so it has a tool to edit files. It has a tool to run bash commands. It has a tool to search files. And it'll string these together to explore the code, brainstorm, and then finally make edits. And you don't have to prompt it specifically to use this tool and this tool and this tool. You just say, you know, do this thing and it'll figure out how to do it. It'll string it together in the right way that makes sense for Claude Code. There's a lot of ways to use this. Something I like to do sometimes is before having Claude jump in to write code, I'll ask it to brainstorm a little bit or make a plan. This is something we highly recommend, and something I see sometimes is people, you know, they take Claude Code and they ask it, hey, implement this enormous like 3,000 line feature. And sometimes it gets this right on the first shot. But sometimes what happens is the thing that it builds is not at all the thing that you wanted. And the easiest way to get the result you want is ask it to think first. So brainstorm ideas, make a plan, run it by me, ask for approval before you write code. And you don't have to use plan mode. You don't have to use any special tools to do this. All you have to do is ask Claude, and it'll know to do this. So just say, before you write code, make a plan. That's it. This is also, I wanted to include this one, this commit push PR. This is a really common incantation that I use. There's nothing special about it, but Claude is kind of smart enough to interpret this. So it'll make a commit, it'll push it to the branch, make a branch, and then make a pull request from me on GitHub. You don't have to explain anything. It'll look through the code, it'll look through the history, it'll look through the Git log by itself to figure out the commit format and all the stuff. And it'll make the commit and push it the right way.
Plugins for OBS for my lower thirds.
Again.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Do this. The model was good. As you get a little bit more advanced, you're going to want to start to plug in your team's tools. And this is where Claude Code starts to really shine. And there's generally two kinds of tools. So one is bash tools. And an example of this, I just made up this like Barley CLI. This isn't a real thing. But you can say, use the CLI to do something. And you can tell Claude Code about this. And you can tell it to use, for example, like -- help to figure out how to use it. And this is efficient.
You know what I think I'm going to do? You know what I think I'm going to do? Tech Coach Ralph, remember when I responded to you and told you I was thinking about doing OBS? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use OBS when I have the solo show, right? When I'm just doing the Courtnee Edgar Show. But then when it comes to the Banter and Barter Show, I'll just use StreamYard because it's a whole panel situation. Now, I might be able to finagle it, but I want to play around with it first to make sure I get it down pat, you know, to get it how I exactly want it and making sure I know how to navigate everything how I'm supposed to. Because again, I did OBS before, but that was when I was doing gaming and all that shit some years ago. That's when I was just gaming. So I didn't really have to do much. And so I was just keeping it simple. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with my channel first. I'm gonna play around with it, you know, see what things look good. I'm probably gonna be leaning heavily on y'all. So sending y'all screenshots in the Discord, like, hey, what do y'all think about this look? Are y'all rocking with this look, or does it look cheesy, or does it look professional? Because like I said, you know, we're moving in an entirely different way. We're moving different. You know, we got certain sponsors that we're looking at right now. So we want to make sure that we are presenting ourselves the best way possible. You know what I mean? So yeah. I got some things that I'm thinking about. I got some things in play too. And I also want to use Claude too. I think outside of just the content creation, have you also thought about using Claude for like creating maybe I don't even know how to ask that question. Have you thought about creating a system or a program that allows people to I don't know, man. Give me a minute. Let me get this question figured out in my head how I want to ask this. But I'm gonna keep playing it.
If you find yourself using it a lot, you can also dump this into your Claude MD, which we'll talk about in a bit, so Claude can remember this across sessions. But this is a common pattern we follow at Anthropic.
Okay.
And we
I just take the yes. I'll still ask the question when I get it right in my
Claude
head.
Code can use bash tools, it can use MCP tools. So, just tell it about the tools, and you can add the MCP tool and you can tell it how to use it, and it'll just start using it. And this is extremely powerful because when you start to use code on a new code base, you can just give it all of your tools, all the tools your team already uses for this code base, and Claude Code can use it on your behalf. There's a few common workflows, and this is the one that I talked about already. So kind of do a little bit of exploration, do a little bit of planning, and ask me for confirmation before you start to write code. These other two on the right are extremely powerful. When Claude has some way to check its work, so for example, by writing unit tests or screenshotting in Puppeteer or screenshotting the iOS simulator, then it can iterate. And this is incredible because if you give it, for example, a mock and you say, build this web UI, it'll get it pretty good. But if you let it iterate 2 or 3 times.
Okay, that's the question I wanted to ask. Okay, so what do you think, Coach Ralph, what do you think about the people who say that they are creating or prompting their Claude agent to, I guess you could say, to make them a revenue? I guess they're creating a program that's going to create revenue for them, meaning that whatever that program may be, they're creating the money machine. What do you think about that? And that may be a broad question, but what do you think about that? When you got individuals saying, listen, I use Claude to create this money machine that I got going on, so it's generating me money over time. This program that I've created through using Claude, because I understood how to properly prompt. Now that's another thing that a lot of people don't understand as well. I know you do, Tech Coach Ralph, but a lot of people don't understand how to prompt. Prompting is probably one of the main things that you need to focus on when it comes to Claude, and being really specific on what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you want. Now, there can be points where Claude can help you out. It can actually help you out and help you mine out what it is that you're trying to get to, or the result that you're trying to get. It can help you mine it out, but definitely you become a better prompter, you'll get better results on whatever it is that you're trying to do. I would say that. In the broad scheme of things, they make the money from the views. But I'm saying outside of YouTube, outside of the YouTube space. That's what I was asking. Outside of the YouTube space. Instead of going
often it gets it almost perfect. So the trick is give it some sort of tool that it can use for feedback to check its work. And then based on that, it will iterate by itself and you're going to get a much better result. So for whatever your domain is, if it's unit test or integration test or screenshots for apps or web or anything, just give it a way to see its result and it'll iterate and get better. So these are the next steps. Teach Claude how to use your tools and figure out the right workflow. If you want Claude to jump in a code, if you want it to brainstorm a little bit, make a plan, if you want it to iterate, kind of have some sense of that so you know how to prompt Claude to do what you want. As you go deeper, beyond tools, you want to start to give Claude more context. And the more context, the smarter the decisions will be, because as an engineer working in a code base, you have a ton of context in your head about your systems and all the history and everything else. So there's different ways to give this to Claude.
Exactly.
And as you give Claude more context, it'll do better. There's different ways to do this. The simplest one is what we call ClaudeMD.
Exactly.
And Claude.md is the special file name. The simplest place to put it is in the project root. So the same directory you start Claude in, put a ClaudeMD in there. And that'll get automatically read into context at the start of every session. And essentially the first user turn will include the ClaudeMD. You can also have a local ClaudeMD. And this one, you don't usually check into source control. So ClaudeMD, you should check into source control, share with your team.
The reason I wanted, I'm gonna give y'all some context. The reason I really wanted to watch this, because I know a lot of people, they are afraid to adapt to what's going on, because guess what? AI is here, bro. AI is here. There's people that's making money from it. There are people that are doing many different things with AI, depending on what it is that you want to do, right? So you can take advantage and you can leverage AI as an assistant, right? You can use it as an assistant to get the result that you're looking for. Like Tech Coach and myself, I use Claude a lot. I use Gemini from time to time to help with certain videos, right? So like the video like the little clip that I always play after each topic, right? The guy that's walking with the urn not giving. That was Gemini. I created that with Gemini. So it can help you reach the goal that you're trying to do. You just have to use it. You just have to use it as an agent, man. Just use it as it's leverage. It's leverage. It's to help you make the work a lot easier for yourself versus having to reach out to somebody on Fiverr, waiting for a week or two for them to create something for you. Then you don't know if it's going to be right or wrong. And you can just do everything just from the shit. To be honest with you, you can just do it from your fingertips. And sometimes what I've even done, I would use both simultaneously, right? So I'll give you an example. I would tell Claude to create me a full prompt for what it is I'm looking for. Because sometimes I may not know exactly what I'm looking for or the right wording. So I would give just the rough draft of what it is that I'm looking for. Claude will prompt it. And I would say, prompt this for Gemini. Boom, it'll prompt it. And then I'll copy it, boom, paste in the Gemini, and Gemini spit exactly out what I was saying. It spit out the video perfectly exactly the way that I wanted it. That's exactly what I do. And then a lot of times as well, I have Claude help me create my full packaging, right? For optimization when it comes to the YouTube channel. So we're almost breaking this thing down to it. It's almost breaking it down to a science on what I'm doing. So some of these topics that I talk about, it ain't just because I saw it. I was like, you know what? Let's talk about this. Some of it is strategic. Some of it is strategic. I didn't catch that, bro. I didn't catch that, Tech Coach. I didn't catch that. But some of it I use is very strategic on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Me and Claude, you know, I just call her Claudia. We have a lot of conversations on a day-to-day basis. And we probably gonna have a conversation after this as well. But I'm always fine-tuning things for this platform. Always fine-tuning. I'm not making big changes. So it may not be something that y'all may notice, but I'm always fine-tuning different things to make the channel better, of course, make it more interesting, but as well as making sure that we try to finesse it to the point where we're extracting as much money as we can. So when that time comes when we're getting on average 20, 30K views per video, I've already set the platform. I've already set the stage. I've already set the foundation. So now we get money out the ass. Pause. Money is coming. Money is coming. So while we're in this growing stage, we're just building. He changed Claude to Claudia. Fact. Listen, I keep it simple, bro. Like, listen, instead of Claude, we're going to name her Claudia. We don't represent the ABZ community over here, so Claudia. Let me chill, bro. Hey, that was clever though. You know what I'm saying? You know what they say. You know what they say. A lot of times people won't find you because you hide in plain sight. Because they don't expect you to be right there. They won't expect you to be as crazy to go hide right in the same spot. So that's what I do. I just named the Claudia. Oh shit.
So that you can write it once and share it with your team. This one you don't check in. It's just for you.
Well, I think we good. I think we pretty much get the point. I think we're gonna dive more into it later. But yeah, I just say, man, if you haven't started to adopt these AI agents, man, it's definitely important too, especially with a lot of things that I know a lot of people are content creators. I just think that it's beneficial. You can leverage it to help you do a lot of different things. And it's not just about content creation, that's the thing that I speak on because that's something that I do. So it's easy for me to speak on that, using it for my content creation and using it for my platform versus talking about it using something else with something else. But you can easily create anything using AI, but you just have to be detailed. You just have to learn how to prompt. You learn how to prompt, or you can just do what I said earlier. Use one to help you create a prompt for the specific one that you want to spit out the result that you're looking for. So use Claude to create the prompt, to copy and paste over to Gemini so Gemini can spit it out exactly the way that you want it. Now, if you're trying to go deeper to it, you're trying to create long form videos or what things kind of like what Fatty does. Because I'm pretty sure he used more than just fucking Gemini and AI. I think he uses other tools too to create some of the stuff that he has over there. So, but if you go look at Team Fatty's channel, you could tell a lot of the stuff that they use is AI. Facts. But shout out to Fatty them though. They be killing it over there, man. They've been killing it. But you got to think too, a lot of those cats, they're all from Fight Club too. So shout out to them, man. They're doing numbers. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Oh man, so we about to get into this degenerate behavior. So there's this woman, her name is Kristen. Oh, do we have any comments? Let me read through the comments before we dive in. Okay, that's what I assume. Oh, okay, he was talking to Snow. Or were you telling the joke? Okay, you talking to Snow. Question is yes. He's getting real technical. Yeah, he was getting real technical. You could tell he loved that shit. And the broad scheme of things, yes, they make the money from the views. True. All right, this live got a little boring. It is what it is, big dog. It ain't for everybody. These trolls funny as hell, man. Or whoever they're supposed to be. They funny as hell. And you know what? They are right. They are right. They are 110% right. Most of the time, it's always the people who never have a real deal profile picture. They never show their face. Never. But they talk the most shit. They talk the most shit, but they never show their face. How about you put a real profile picture up? That shit crazy. Instead of going back and forth with me, pay attention. Yep. Could learn something. Have a great one. Missing out. Yep. Ted Coach be talking, man. Y'all listen. Y'all better go. If y'all haven't followed Ted Coach Ralph, y'all better go do that. And you definitely better tap into his Patreon too. Because he gonna learn you something. You feel me? He gonna learn you something. If you have a bad idea, Claude can't make people like it. That's facts. That's a fact. The successful people have AI do certain tasks with personas. Yep. Great way to use it. Pause. Yep. All right. So let's get to this next topic. Now we're about to dive in. We talked about some good business stuff that can help people, elevate and use as leverage to help them catapult forward. But you take that information as you will. Now let's go to this next topic. This lady's name is Christina Mackey. And she said she broke up with her boyfriend for no reason. So we're going to dive into it, and then we're going to give our thoughts and our opinions. So Let's rock out.
My boyfriend today, and not for any crazy reason. No heavy argument, nothing crazy.
I'm sorry.
I broke up with my boyfriend today, and not for any crazy reason. No heavy argument, nothing crazy. He's a great person. He's really such a sweet guy. He literally taught me how to love. He's gentle. Whoever gets him, it's going to be in for such a soft, loving life, right? But I realized I'm a very high output individual, and I have high expectations for my friends, my girlfriends. They'll all tell you, Christina does not want to hear your bullshit. I'm not the friend that you call and vent to unless you want a real solution. If you want me to just listen, I could do that, but make sure you say that in the beginning of the call. But I'm the friend that's going to apply the pressure. I'm going to challenge you. If you tell me your dreams and your goals, I'm going to hold you accountable, and I'm going to make sure you reach them. I'm that friend. I'm going to get you to your goals every single time. And I'm that woman in a relationship as well. My husband, if he has a bad day, I'm going to remind him who the fuck he is. He's a king. You are a boss. You deserve the world. And I'm going to help you get it. I'm the kind of girlfriend that will buy you a fucking car. I'm the kind of girlfriend that will really grind all week just to see you happy at the end of the week. You can call me a pick-me. I don't give a fuck. You guys know I don't care. But I'm the kind of girlfriend that will fight for it, that will make it work. I'll cut everybody off. I don't care. Everybody can go. What did Jay-Z say? If the house is on fire, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I am loyal. I am so excited to build a family with somebody that I will cut off my own family because they're so toxic that I will start a whole new family and become a whole new last name, a whole new person, and won't look back. That's how important it is for me to choose a person. He doesn't give me half of that energy. I think that he thinks that just by being good and kind to me and opening my door and bringing me roses every month, and like, I think he thinks that he's going above and beyond. And he's not. Above and beyond is keeping my soul calm, giving me words like, baby, I got you. Don't worry. Even if it's it's never a financial thing between us. It's nothing like that. It's just like, I need you to be certain about me. I need you to know this is my partner. I don't play about her. This is my woman. I'm excited to have her. I'm the type of woman that will change your life when I come into your life if you let me help you. If you don't want my help, I can't help you. But I will change your life. So I can't be in just a relationship because you're a good person. That's nice. Let's stay friends. You know, let's have a good, let's flirt sometimes, sure. But in order for me to build an empire, I have to have somebody beside me who at least says the words. You gotta at least say the words. I got you. I'm on your team. Nobody can talk bad about you to me.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. She cooking right now. Listen. Listen, I agree. I'm gonna let her continue to keep cooking, but for the most part, I agree. She hasn't said anything wrong. She hasn't said anything that warrants me to say, nah, this motherfucker tripping. She's on point, dog. And I think that we've gotten to a point in life where there's a lot of men who think that just doing the bare minimum, right, is okay. Now, I'm not going against the people that just want to live comfortably, right? I'm not going against y'all either. But for the people that want more, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm grateful for the life that I have. I'm grateful for the things that I have in my life right now. But I want more. I want more. I want to live this life. I see my life as this. And I'm not just talking about it, I'm being about it as well. I'm taking the necessary actions to get me to the point of where I want to be. So letting Shorty know, and she's telling you right out the gate, hey, listen, you don't have to be there right now, but I need that confirmation. I need that security letting me know, like, hey, you working towards that. And so this is why one of the things I always say, like, men, if you are a man that works a 9 to 5, right, and you aren't capable at this point to go 100 to 0, even though that's not a real thing, right? Or at this point, you have to do 50-50. At least reassure her. It's like, listen, right now, in this current moment, in this present position that I am in, I am not able to do 50-50. I am not able to do 100-0 right now. But my ultimate goal is to get you there. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some sacrifice. That means these days, these trips, it's going to have to come to a halt. Buying the shit that we don't need is going to have to come to a halt right now. Because now I got to focus on this because I got this job, but I also have this side quest that I'm trying to make my main thing. So I need you to rock out. I need you to lay low for a minute. I need you to relax, and I need you to just need you to do your thing. But I got us. It's going to take time, but I got you. I promise you, I got you. I'm going to make sure that you get to a point where you're able to spend time, you're able to live this soft life that you want to live, that everybody's talking about. And I'm able to do that, provide that for you. But you got to be patient. And also, this is where the woman will come in. Hey, how can you be a value add? How can he help me get to the ultimate place, right? The promised land. Okay, so I see he has this side quest going on. How can I add value to him? How can I help him in this aspect to help him reach that goal a lot faster? Because he say 10, but if I'm able to help him, if I'm able to become a value add, I can cut 5 years off there, and we can do it in 5 instead of 10. How can I be a value add? What is it that I need to do? Do I need to work? Do I need to work some extra hours to put, to invest some more money into whatever it is that he has going on? Do I need to learn a certain skill? So that way on the back end, while he's at work, I could be focusing on this on the back end. So when he gets home and starts working on the side quest, he's already set and ready to go. He could just dive right in and he don't got to do all the extra shit. So now he has more time to work on the business and not in it. Because that's the difference. Working on the business and working in the business is two different things. So I want y'all to understand that. It's like if you own let's just say if you own a lawn service company, right? You're the person that's doing the labor as well as having to focus on the business as well, versus you being able to hire somebody to do work in the business, the employee. Now you can focus on the back end, which is working on the business. That means scaling and building the business and focusing on all the different systems that you need to work on to make sure that this thing is a money machine. So she's cooking right now. I don't see anything wrong with what she's saying right now at all. And this isn't the ultra mass, not ultra mass. What you call the ultra alpha bullshit? This is just real shit. Because if a lot of people always talk, right? They're always talking and not doing the actions. Even just like little scumbag who came up in here talking about, oh, well, you ain't making no money. That's cool. That's fine. Like that. Here's the thing. I don't take that personally, because what you don't know, I do make money, but it's not life changing, but it's money. We're making money, but we're consistently showing up. We're consistently fine tuning things. We're consistently building something here. Most successful businesses don't even, here's what a lot of these people don't understand. A lot of successful businesses that thrive, right? First and foremost, you got to make it past 3 years. This channel only been up 2. And now that I think about it, I'm already at 2. I'm already pushing 3K, right? And some people, well, damn, you should already be at 10K. Well, we're building something, and the lane that I'm in is gonna grow a lot slower versus shit that's constantly constant degenerate bullshit. And I shouldn't be cursing right now because I said I'm gonna stop cursing so much for the image. But this right here is something different. So the channel is gonna grow slow. And I give you an example. Same thing with Tech Coach Rap, right? And because a lot of people don't dive into AI, right? A lot of people don't like the technological things. So his platform is gonna grow, but it may grow at a slower rate than somebody who's always talking about the BS, always talking about degenerate behavior, because he's talking positive. He's talking about how you can leverage AI, how you can build some shit, and how you can grow and how you can prompt, code, all these different things. So a lot of people are going to look at that. That's just a very specific type of group of people who will operate with that. But that doesn't mean that he won't build and he won't grow his platform. And on top of that, he's going to make a lot of money with that too. So it's the same thing over here. We're building, we're growing. So I'm fine tuning things. So one of the things is I'm not going to curse as much. I'm going to stop cursing so much. We're still going to have the conversation. We're still going to be real. We're still going to be raw, but we're going to dial back the cursing as much. We're not going to be the B's and H's and all. We ain't going to do all of that. But overall, she's cooking.
You're mine. We are together. I need to feel that passion, that hunger, that grit. And I'm only a woman. I can't teach you how to be a gritty motherfucker.
You said, can Raw do that? Listen, Raw is a work in progress. Shout out to my dog Raw, bro. He's a work in progress, bro. He's a work in progress, bro. He's a work in progress. But I gotta I gotta lead by example though. So in order for me to say, listen, we can have this conversation over here, which is cool, right? In the Banter and Barter show, because it's different, right? It's a different dynamic versus y'all getting over here kicking it with me. It's different. So we working on it. We working on it. We working on it.
Fucker. I can't, you know? And I think that he's okay where he is. He's okay where he is. He's not looking too far in the future. He's not looking too far in the past. He's just here.
He's just in the wind.
And that's beautiful. I think that's exactly what another different woman needs. But this woman, I need somebody to push us and get up 4 a.m. Let's go, baby. We got to go. We got goals. You got Fashion Week this week. We got goals. Come on, baby. I'm training you all week. Let's go. I need that, you know? And so I love him. I definitely do. He is such a good guy. And I'm going to feel a little bit of envy when he posts, you know, his woman. But I know it couldn't have been me, because God didn't give me all this ambition and all this desire to be great just to end up with somebody who's okay with just being here. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Men get too much credit for being a good person, for opening your door. Men get too much credit for bringing you flowers sometimes.
Hold up. I gotta nah, Christina. I don't think a lot of men get credit for that. They don't. They don't get a lot of credit for that, right? And so here's what I'll say. You gave the context, Christina. And to be honest with you, I hope she actually sees this video, because I want to let her know, because I don't know what people are saying in her comments. Maybe some people are going after her, but we'll look at the comments in a minute. But there are a lot of men and a lot of women who don't even accept flowers anymore. They're saying the bare minimum. They're saying that opening the door, that you're supposed to do that, right? So men aren't being praised for that, right? Because we already understand that's one of the things that we're supposed to do. So men aren't getting praised for that. They aren't. Now, what I will say is that many men have said that, hey, man, this dude is a good guy. Why are you just going up and leave him? However, the context that you're giving and the type of woman that you are, because guess what? I said this again. You are bringing value. You literally listed out the things that you can help him do, how you can be a value add to that man. That's what do you bring to the table is. That's what that means. So for all of y'all ladies who hate the phrase, who hate that question, what do you bring to the table? What Christina Mackey just did, she showed you and she told you exactly how she can be a value add to a man, but not just any man, a specific type of man. She told you exactly what she can do, how she can be the value add, what she will do, and the things that she will do to make sure that you are successful as well. A lot of y'all, guess what y'all do? We say, okay, so what type of value do you add? I'm loyal, I cook, I clean. That's it. That's all you got. That's all you got for me. But you got a laundry list of shit for the men. Curse again. Hold me accountable. But you got a laundry list. You got a laundry list full of things that you want from this man over here, but you can't give me a laundry list of things that you can do for him and how you can be a value add to him. So no, back to her point. No, a lot of men aren't getting praised just for opening the door and giving flowers. A lot of men, they actually get shamed for that. It's like, y'all still bringing flowers, y'all still do that. Boy, you lame. You a nerd. You a goofball. You corny. So no. But I do understand that she doesn't want that type of man. She wants a man that's gritty. She wants a man that they get after. You know, we for him in the morning on a consistent basis. Like, hey, listen, we got workouts. We got workouts from 4 to 6. After 4 to 6, we got meetings, or we got prep from 6 to 8, from 8 to 10. Like, dude that's on the schedule, he's consistently on the. So when y'all spending time, it's very little time frame that y'all spending time together. Yeah, if y'all do, y'all kicking it maybe for an hour, whatever. So you almost have to pencil in time to kick it with each other. But he's constantly on the move. He's constantly on the go. And he's moving. He's with it. He's with it. He's going. He's on the move. And so if she's with that, she's with it. I ain't got no problem with it.
Getting too much credit for that, because they making that look like it's a big thing. It's not. That's requirements. That's like waking up and brushing your teeth, baby. I deserve the world because I'm gonna bring you the world. So what are you bringing me back? What are you feeding my mind? What are we talking about right now? Like, you want to read together? Like, what do you want to do? How do we level each other up? How do we both level each other up? And how do you teach me to calm down a bit? Words, actions. Christina, I got you, baby. I know you get anxious. You getting anxious. I could feel you getting anxious. Come here, give me a kiss.
Man, listen. Man, I didn't catch it. We were live Friday night. So I didn't get a chance to check it. But who said that? All you have to have is a post. Who said that?
I got you.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
God, yes, Lord.
But no, overall, bro, shout out to her, bro. Shout out to Christina, man. She's cooking.
That's top dog aura right there.
Facts. She is cooking, bro. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. I want her to see this video, and she gonna repost it too. She gonna repost it too. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. But listen, take some advice from her. Men as well. If you are a man that is of purpose and you focus on your purpose, guess what? She might be your type of chick. But just don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable though. You better be a man that's an ambition. When I say ambitious, that means you may be getting after it. Not a wasted moment of your day. Not a wasted moment of your day. You better get to it. So, but ultimately, I don't have a problem with anything that she says. There's no, oh, it's just me. You got to do it because it's me, and I'm just a woman, and you should do it. No, she says I reciprocate energy too. I want the type of man to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to reciprocate the same energy to him. She said she the one that's going to buy you a car. I said, what? Say what? So she's put it out there on the table. Listen, I'm willing to do the things for you. I'm willing to sacrifice things for you. Are you willing to sacrifice things for me? That's the type of man that I want. I don't want a man that's complacent. Can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Thanks. He said that was the implication. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to go back and watch that. Would you take the car? Absolutely. If that's my lady. If it's my wife, yes, I'm taking the car. I'm not telling her to take it back. Oh, 100%. But it's not, she's not just going to be a shorty, though. She's just not going to be a chick I'm messing with. But if it's my lady, my wife, oh, 1,000%. Oh, no, we got a goofy here. Listen, y'all heard what I said? Y'all heard what I said before? It's always the motherfuckers who, God be with me. I'm trying not to curse. It's always the people who never have a profile picture. It's always the individuals who never have a profile picture. Always, always, always. Y'all some suckers, bro. Let me just call a spade a spade. Y'all some suckers. How about y'all troll with y'all actual face, and then we can get into it. Then we can actually talk about something. But y'all just be talking. Y'all be hiding behind y'all. Y'all be hiding behind these little pictures and this junk. Y'all just be talking. Hey, what's up, Sambo? Probably a little goofy yourself. It's my sister's birthday. Give a shout out. I don't know who that is. Now look at this ignorant fool. Now see, I would have let him rock out, but you know, gotta be ignorant. Gotta be ignorant. I gotta be ignorant. But when they're said to somebody's face, gonna be the first one screaming and hollering and crying wolf. When they're said to somebody's face, but comfortable enough to go online and say it to somebody, boy, y'all some. Who raised y'all, man? Who raised y'all? Well, shout out to Anita. Happy birthday, Anita. Happy birthday, Anita. Yeah, it's funny though. Like I don't understand it. Like, cool. Listen, I don't mind trolls. I really don't. I really don't mind trolls. But I'm saying though, if you want to be a troll, be a good one. It's the same type of trolls all across the board. It's the same thing, same BS all the time, dog. It's like, but y'all can't figure it out. I mean, y'all gotta get better. Y'all need to take a crash course or something. There needs to be a class of how to troll. You know what? That'd be a money maker. Listen, we're gonna teach a class on how to troll individuals. If you really want to get under their skin, let me show you how to troll them. So you can really throw them off their entire live stream. That'd be something crazy. They'll make a killing with that. Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm down. Listen, I'm open. I'm cool. You can roast me all day. I will laugh. If it's funny, I'm laughing. You can say whatever you want. But if it ain't funny, like, bro, you just talking. Just talking. Shit ain't even funny. And then it ain't even funny. But hold up. Y'all hold up real quick. Hold on real quick. Give me one quick second right fast. And also make sure y'all support the channel too. Show your love to your boy. Give me one quick second. I'll be right back. Let me play this little, I guess you can call it a commercial break. We'll call it that, a commercial break.
Quick interruption because this fixes all content creator problems. If you're consistently adjusting your camera, losing framing when you move, or re-recording content because you drifted out of the shot, that is a waste of time and engagement. I started using the OBS by mini camera and it eliminated all of that. It uses AI auto tracking to follow you in real time, keeps you perfectly framed, and delivers clean, professional video without extra gear or full studio setup. Whether you're streaming, podcasting, or on client calls, this makes you look locked in and polished automatically. Stop fighting your camera and focus on your message. I dropped the affiliate link in the description. If you're serious about content, this is an easy upgrade. As you can see, I'm testing out the camera and everything, and it's working out pretty well. Hit the link, get yours.
Yes, sir. What we got next? Let's keep this train moving. Oh yeah, man. How you feeling, Fool Carrie? You said you had to go to the that's what I meant to ask you. How you feeling? You said you had to go to the ER, man. What happened? You good? You straight? Damn. All right. Oh, we got this. All right. So let's get to this next topic. Let's go ahead and go to this next one. Shorty's talking about men don't chase women anymore. So we're going to get into that. It's going to be an interesting topic. And we'll give our thoughts and our opinions. So let's rock out.
What the?
heck happened to guys chasing girls? No, like seriously. I love asking couples and friends that I come across on how they met their boyfriend, and literally every freaking person just says, oh, on a dating app. What the hell happened? What happened to guys like being so obsessed with a girl that they see? They have an instant connection, and then girls play hard to get. And then the guy does anything in his power to win that girl over. Where the hell are these stories? Like, my dad chased my mom for so long, and literally every single one of my friends, especially the European ones, all of their dads chased their moms. I literally never hear these stories anymore. It's so sad.
It's not sad. It's not. Y'all got this fairy tale. You have this fairy tale outlook on how a relationship's supposed to be. If you want to look at it over for the broad scheme of things, right? Those situations do happen. Some men been chasing this woman for years, and she been ducking and dodging him, and then she finally gave this nigga the chance because she probably didn't have nobody else. But we ain't gonna talk about that. What I am gonna say is this: most relationships that you see where marriages have been going on for 30 plus years, there was nothing special about it in the sense. There was no, oh, well, we had the big finale, we had the rose petals, and she had flower petals. She walked on flower petals to the bedroom, and then there was glowing lights and candles, and you know, the music was playing, there was chocolates on the bed. None of that. It was all, typically speaking, it was always simple. It was something crazy. It's kind of like, have y'all seen those videos on Instagram? I think Instagram or TikTok, where two people just sitting there eating. They're just chilling, like it ain't nothing, like it's a regular day. Buddy just pull out the room. He just slide over to old shorty. They eating. She look at it. Shit, she pull it out. She put a fork down. She put on the ring. She look at that bit and she said, and they go right back to eating. Those are the stories, real deal. Like, even though it was just content, those are the stories that last. Those are the stories that where marriages last 30, 40, 50 years. Because you just know, man, you just know. It doesn't take extravaganza. It doesn't take extraordinary things for you to figure out who the person is that you want to be with, dog. You don't got to go the extra mile. Dog, do y'all realize y'all going to be together for years? There are many opportunities for you to do something special for your woman or for your man. Y'all doing too much at the earliest stage. Y'all doing too much. This is why a lot of relationships don't last in the first fucking place. Y'all doing too much. Y'all watching all these movies. Y'all watching 50 Shades of Grey, all the new Disney movies where everything is special, and then they got the music playing in the background. Oh, he chased her for years and he finally got her. Oh my God. No. Most men worth this all. He ain't finna sit up here and chase you for years on. It ain't happening, bro. Like, all right, she doing too much. I'm gonna go over here to the other shorty. She seems more appreciative than what you got going on, because you playing games right now. You like you playing games. So I'm gonna go over here. Ain't got time for that. Most relationships last. The marriage, the proposal was so simple. And if you look at it, and if you try to compare it to a Disney, it's so unromantic. It's so dry. For real. There are marriages where people would just sit here and say, listen, man, listen. I just got this new job. I'm about to travel across the country. I would love for you to come with me. What do you say? And they say, the woman either says yes or no. And then she'll say yes. And guess what happens? Before they end up taking that flight together across the country somewhere, they go to the courthouse and they get married. And guess what happens? You blink, they've been together for 35, 40 years, and they still strong and kicking in their relationship, because that's the person that they wanted to be with. That's the person that they was rocking with the whole time. That's the person that they felt that they can raise a family with, that they can build together with. That's what happens. Y'all so focus on this fairy tale BS, so that way you can go on That way you can go on live streams, or you can go on Instagram and you can take pictures and show the whole world of what this person did. And guess what? Y'all relationship only lasts 6 months. Then this, oh, what happened? Oh, we just fell out of love. What do you mean? After 6 months? I thought that was your forever. I thought that was your king. I thought that was your ride or die. I thought you was loyal to the end. I thought there was no divorce, huh? Oh, well, I just got sick of the manipulation and the verbal abuse. What? So you telling me now all of a sudden y'all been married? How long y'all been together for? Oh, we were together for about 2 to 3 years. So you telling me you ain't never had verbal abuse before then? Now all of a sudden y'all got married. Now all of a sudden it's verbal abuse. Oh, okay. I got it. Got you. Got you. Because let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. If we're gonna keep it funky, let's keep it funky. It don't matter the age that you get married. Let's be real. The age don't matter. If you see a person, if your values are already aligned, you know what it is that you want out of life. You know what type of husband that you seek or wife. You know what it is that you seek. And you find that person. You gonna lock in. Women know this too. Women know this every single time. When a man knows, he knows, right? And men know this too. When he knows, he knows. And he gonna say, nah, bro, I ain't finna miss out on this one. I'm straight. I don't care what else going on. He would shut everything down. He would shut everything down. Like, hey, this is shorty right here. This is her. I gotta lock this one in. And 9 times out of 10, those men who say that, she already then passed the test of all the BS, all the red flags. So he's like, hey, we good. I gotta lock shorty down. And guess what happened? Them same guys, them the ones who go ghost for me, like, hey, bro, where you been, man? You know, man, me and my girl, man, we've been doing things, this, that, and the third. You know, we've been taking trips, X, Y, Z, we've been doing it. And he happy about it. And you can't do nothing but be happy about him too, and be happy for him too. And it's like, damn, bro, I gotta find me one of them. So it's not the fact that men aren't chasing women anymore. It's just y'all sitting up here, y'all want the fairy tale BS. You probably got a man right now that's willing to rock out with you, and he been telling you, listen, man, I rock with you. Like, I'm with you, but I'm not finna chase you, though. I'm not. Like, I know that you're the one for me, but I'm not gonna chase you. I'm not gonna chase you. I'm not gonna do that. Facts. You make poor life decisions. You make poor life decisions and keep it pushing. That's it. Y'all want people to go. Y'all want people to go into debt for y'all. That's what these women say. They want men to go into debt for them. They want the most expensive ring. Then they'll try to guilt trip you. Even if you went to Walmart and said, listen, man, I don't have the money, I don't have the bread, I don't have any of that. But I know I want this shorty. So right now, I can only afford this $100 ring. I can only afford this $100 ring right now. But guarantee she stick with me. I got things in motion. She stick with me. I promise you, I'm gonna upgrade that ring to something very special. Or it goes from, hey, listen, we don't gotta listen. We can just get married in the courthouse right now. But I promise you, once I get everything aligned, once I get everything how I want, once I get to that financial place that I want to be at, I promise you, I'm gonna give you the best wedding. And that could be your 10-year, that can be your 10-year anniversary wedding, 20-year, 15, however you want to look at it. You can do that. Because y'all looking at what's happening right now. You ain't looking at what's gonna happen long term. Relationships and marriages for long term, bro. This ain't for short term. So y'all so focused on trying to front end everything. You ain't looking at the long grand scheme of things. Because if you do everything up front, then what else is that? Now you got to try to top what? Now you got to try to top a $50,000, $100,000 wedding. And you ain't got the money for it. Now you can put yourself in even further debt. And 9 times out of 10, if you got married early, you probably went to college too. And guess what? You got student loan debt too. So you got debt up to your dang eyeballs. And now both of y'all are stressing because now you got to work and to pay these bills off. And now you really living humbly. So, nah, man. And no, and a lot of times, a lot of these women, y'all ain't even worth the chase. A lot of y'all aren't even worth the chase. I guarantee you talking about how your dad used to chase your mom, but guess what? That at that point, your mom was probably worth the chase. She probably was worth the chase. I don't know her, so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She probably was worth the chase. And back then, that was a different time. Back then was a different time because you didn't have social media. You didn't have to reach out to somebody online across the city or across town or across a different state in order to reach them. It was just the people that was in your town and in your city. You only knew the people that was in your city, unless you traveled, right? If you weren't a big traveler, you only knew the people that was in your city. So therefore, that fine thing right there that's in the city, who may have been a 6 in a Miami or a 5 in a LA or a 4 in a New York, whatever the case may be, but she's the baddest thing walking in your city, you wanted that. And you realize that not many men could get it. So therefore, yeah, you were a chaser. It was different back then. This whole world is different now. You see fine things walking across fine things all the time, and all of them think they hot shit. So now, why am I chasing you? You say you fine, but this other shorty say she fine too. So what's the difference between y'all? So what is it that you bring to the table? What value do you add to me? Why do I need to chase you? Just because you pretty? Okay, I can find another pretty shorty. What's up? What else? What else you got for me? See what I'm saying? So no, it ain't just about the. That's why men aren't chasing anymore, man. Because y'all ain't even worthy. Some of y'all aren't even worthy to be chased anymore. My dad always said the way you started is how you end it. If you give it a lot, she's gonna expect that as a normal. That's what I'm saying. That's why I always say I stand by this 10 toes. I don't care if you're a billionaire. I don't care how much money you make. If you doing phenomenal in life, don't lead with your money. Because now you're gonna have to keep it up. Because what happens in the event? Not saying that it would happen to anybody, but just saying life happens sometimes. Let's just say in the event that something happens and you lose your fortune or you lose your money. Now what? You gave her, you have presented a lifestyle for her up front, so she expects it. So if you've been down for longer than 6 months, she gonna start to get wandering eyes. Like, hey man, 6 months. Hey man, hold on, dog. 6 months. What you mean? Like, sure, did you give me 6 months? Man, I don't know if I can do a year. I don't know. So now you stressing. Because once you had everything, you was giving her the world. Barely. You barely just mean it. You giving her the world. And now that you lost it all, she ready to go. She ready to leave house. Like, come on, man. Right. They came from a small town, 3,000 less. Right. And she was the finest thing in the city. That's the one you wanted. Think about it. It's like Roscoe Jenkins, right? It's like Roscoe Jenkins. It's like just like Roscoe Jenkins. You know, he went off to LA. You know what I mean? Had the old shorty. He wasn't really rocking with her. He always wanted Lucinda. They were in the country. He always wanted Lucinda. He always wanted that chick. That's who he wanted. The small town girl. Everybody wanted her because she was worth the salt. She was worth the squeeze. But of course, Roscoe Jenkins, because he felt like he was being ignored by his pops. So he felt he needed to go create a whole new name for himself in LA. RJ. And to boost his ego up a little bit, to make himself feel better and feel proud, so that way maybe his father would notice him. He then went and got a Bianca, who was part of the not the Hunger Games. I forgot what you call it. Who was a part of that, and she won. She definitely wasn't worth the squeeze. She was a POS in that movie. She was a POS. Talking about sending the son off to boarding school and different things like that. Like, shorty, you ain't even married to my father. Who you talking to? Who you think you talking to? You ain't my mom. Get out my face. And so he always wanted Lucinda. And that's the same thing. And that movie right there, that's the shit. That's what these women are talking about when they talk about dreams. Oh, well, I want the fantasy. Okay, that's what you want right there. And even then, it still wasn't a fantasy. It still wasn't the ultimate I'ma chase you type of thing. It was still simple. There wasn't no extravagant wedding. They were just kicking it around family. And at the end of the day, when he decided to get rid of Bianca, he ended up pulling back up to the city, to the small town. Everybody was like, oh, Roscoe Jenkins. He gave his piece about his father and things like that. And then boom, there go Lucinda. They dance, and then at the end of the night, you know what I'm saying? He had her back spread. He had them cheeks spreaded open. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, man. So Keita, I hope I said your name right. So Keita, that's what happened, Keita. That's the reason why men aren't chasing anymore. So when next time you think about that, ask yourself this question: are you worth the squeeze? Or any woman who complains about not being chased, are you worth the squeeze? And don't just tell me, oh, because I cook, I clean. No, are you worth the squeeze? What value are you going to bring to him? Are you going to make his life exceptionally better than his life would be without you in it? That's the question you got to ask yourself. What value are you going to bring to him? And then if you can't listen, if it takes you longer than 5 seconds to come up with something, we got a problem. You need to go reevaluate yourself. You don't need to worry about a man chasing you. You need to figure out what type of value that you can be, or if you have any value at all. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
What? All right, so let's go to this. Let's go to this other one. So I don't know if I hope they don't clip this up or copyright it, but it is what it is. Speaking of chasing, speaking of value add, I want to go to this video. And it's a pop the balloon video. It's a short video that I found on TikTok, and I thought this would be interesting compared to the 2 topics that I had beforehand. And there's this guy, he pretty much has all the accolades, and women were still popping their balloons. So we're gonna watch this video, then we're gonna give our thoughts and our opinions. So let's rock out.
What do you do?
I'm a professional basketball player overseas. I've been doing that for about 6 years. I travel over 10 countries.
Wow.
I have 3 degrees, associates, bachelor's, and master's in psychology. I'm an author. I'm a certified personal trainer, and I have a nonprofit organization in which I hand deliver sneakers, clothes, toiletries to people in need all over.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. He gave you a whole resume, ladies. And now what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to spend quality time with my family. I like to go out with my friends every now and then. I like to read, and I'm practicing another language right now. So my goal is to be bilingual by the end of the year.
Okay. What language?
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah. Cool. All right. And so what are some things you look for in a woman?
Transparency, intentional. I got to know, what she wants. You got to know what you want. Mm-hmm. Just being honest and adventurous, like to have fun. Mm-hmm. I don't like nobody that's boring.
Okay. And what are some of your deal breakers?
Hygiene. I can't deal with the bad hygiene. Mm-hmm. Liars. Mm-hmm. Somebody who likes to argue all the time. I ain't got time for that. And somebody ain't got their passport. It's over with. Ain't got your passport. It's clipped.
All right, got it. So we did get some pop balloons. Cool. Let's go see why they ended up popping. Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
My name is Jasmine.
Hold on. So for everybody in the chat right now, I need y'all answers. Why do y'all think? I'm gonna give y'all about 30 seconds to answer. Why do y'all think that they popped their balloon? Before they give their answer, why do y'all think they popped their balloon? I'm curious. Why do y'all think that is? Give y'all a hot second. I'm gonna give y'all a second before I press play. So Fukari said all green flags. So you say all green flags, right? So why do you think that they popped their balloon? Mostly everybody except one popped their balloon.
I just fought it.
I'm 27. I pop because just attraction and the hair.
Cool. And now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, not really.
Okay. And why not?
27. I thought she was older. To be honest, she looked a lot older than 27.
She was there.
I think like 37. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's go on over here.
He's too green. Oh, it's about his flag. His flags. Oh, he got too many good things going on. He don't seem toxic. He seems like a man that's about he's on his purpose. He's on his mission, and he ain't about the BS. So you think that's what it is? You think he sounds perfect on paper? Okay. So you think so what you're saying is they pop because they think it's something more to him. It's too much. It's too much good. There's no bad. Is that what you're saying?
Your name and age, and why did you pop your balloon?
I'm Jacqueline. I'm 30. The outfit, it's a little too casual. Could be your style. Just don't like the outfit for here at least. The hair, but definitely everything that you said. Your resume you provided us was very A1.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's cool. She's a very beautiful woman. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go down this way. All right. If we can get your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Naya, 25. Well, first, I like his outfit. I like the forces.
I appreciate it.
It's
I
put
keep it
together
simple. I'm an
nice.
athlete.
Yeah, I like simple fits, so that's
Yeah.
cute. Just attraction, nothing specific. I'm just not really attracted, but he's put together nice, so. Mhm.
Appreciate it.
And is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's very beautiful, very clean outfit. I like the red, you know what I'm saying? Straight. Yeah, like the braids too.
Thank you. Thank you. Head on down over here. Okay, your name and age and why did you pop your balloon?
Alina, 27, just not attracted. You are attractive. I'm just not attracted to you. I like a guy with a little more cleaner cut. You're dressed nice. Your hair looks good, but just not attractive.
Cleaner cut, like what my
Sorry, like beard.
I'm about to say I just went to the barbershop. Can't get no cleaner than that.
So you mean like you want less hair?
Not less hair, more like
it's shaped up a little more?
Yeah.
Cool.
And not that it doesn't like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't look bad. Like just for my personal preference.
Yeah, I usually shave it in the summertime, but it's cold. I'm up north. So I
that's
keep my
fair.
face
That's valid.
warm.
That's valid.
I keep my face warm.
But it's not that I wouldn't be interested in you because you
I respect
had the
it.
beard. It's just overall just not necessarily my type.
Yeah. I got you.
And you have really nice teeth, by the way.
I appreciate it.
And is she someone that's your type?
Not initially. I feel like we would be like good friends. We go out, you know what I'm saying, watch a movie or like in the movie theater. Like and just chill. Maybe do laundry together or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Knock it down.
Friends.
Why are you doing laundry with friends?
Ain't no.
Listen, he'll knock it. Listen, that's cold. That's cold for listening. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't take you as my main chick. However, you know what I'm saying? Push come to shove. If it's a drought, I'm gonna hit you up. You know what I'm saying? We can do our thizzle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure you straight. I'm gonna make sure you taken care of. I ain't gonna treat you like no little 304 or nothing, but you know what it is. That's exactly what he's saying.
Wrong with clean clothes. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
do laundry with any of my friends, but I mean, each his own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's head down this way. All right. Your name and age and why did you pop your balloon?
Gabrielle, 29. There's nothing like wrong. He looks great. I just wish he would have like put on something maybe different. Okay. Maybe because it's very casual. I know you said that you like to keep it like just straightforward, just like
keep it simple, bro.
What'd you
Yeah.
say?
I'm
Simple,
an athlete.
simple,
I
right?
just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep
I
it
don't like
simple,
doing too
bro.
much. Yeah.
I respect that though.
Yeah.
So what
But
would
I
you have
can if I
preferred?
need to. But
Yeah. What would you have preferred?
The tip looks scraggly. Oh, what you mean to my the tip of his beard?
To see him in?
Maybe without the jacket because I really don't like the jacket.
okay.
Maybe if the jacket, no.
What's wrong with the jacket?
No jacket. No jacket.
Okay.
wrong
Maybe
with that?
different pants and different shoes.
What?
Yeah, them white Air Forces.
There's
I gotta
nothing
go
wrong
with
with the forces. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
What's wrong with the fit? I'm gonna be listen, bro. What's wrong with the fit? It's a simple fit. It's a simple put together general outfit that he can wear with any occasion. What you talking about? What are you expecting him to be in a suit and tie? Like what you want him in a quarter zip? What we doing? What we doing, bro? Y'all doing too much. The facts, solid sneaky link. Like, what are we doing? You talking about, oh, you could have wore some different shoes. What do you want him to wear? Some Balenciagas? Some Alexander McQueens? Some Coach? What you want him to wear? And you couldn't even see. Here's the thing. This is the thing that be pissing me off. This is what pisses me off. If you're gonna critique and say, listen, man, I wish you wore a different shoe. Okay, what's a different shoe? Like what? Or instead of wearing the jacket, you should have wore something else. Like what? Tell me specifically what you think that you would rather see me in. And maybe I would consider wearing that a little bit more often when I'm out here in these streets. Oh, well, you know what? Instead of the Air Force Ones, maybe you should have threw on the Adidas Sambas, or you should have threw on, the Alexander McQueens, or you should have threw on some loafers with the jeans. Instead of the jeans, you should have wore a more of a slack outfit, a slack shoe that kind of comes above the ankle a little bit. Then, switch out the jacket, throw on a quarter zip or throw on a button down, and then roll up the sleeves a little bit, and then have a nice little timepiece on your wrist with a nice little necklace on. Give me some detail. Don't just give me no BS and just say, man, you wish you would have wore something better. That don't do nothing for me. That does nothing for me. You said the jacket is kind of childish looking. How? I'm gonna see where 456. How is the jacket childish looking? I'm trying to understand.
Sorry, it doesn't look.
You want turn on down over here.
What's wrong with the jacket? It's a smooth fit. What's wrong with it? The jacket isn't big on him. It's not hanging over his hands. It's right at the wrist area where it needs to be. It's a smooth fit. It's smooth. The braids. Now, I will say I would prefer him to have the low cut, or the hair. You can get by that. What's up, Ken? I would say you can get by with the hairstyle. Come on. The jacket though? Nah.
Okay, your name and age and why did you pop your balloon?
I don't do laundry with any of my friends, but I mean,
I respect that though. Maybe if the jacket and different shoes.
Word.
Yeah, them white Air Forces.
There's
I gotta
nothing
go
wrong
with
with the forces.
Yeah. It's cool. Nah, it's cool. You got your preference. I get it.
Facts.
Everybody like what they
Everything
like.
else is great.
I appreciate that.
No, she's someone that's your type.
Yeah, she's attractive for sure. You know what I'm saying? You look like you take.
Man, listen, bro. I just think they just found an excuse. Listen. If you pop in the balloon just because somebody outfit didn't necessarily rock with the outfit, but you just found them attractive. Man, come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. I think we're doing a little bit too much at this point. We're doing a little bit too much. We're being a little bit too picky. Because here's the thing. Because if you ask me, right? If we going out, so these ladies, they're dressing up because guess what? They're the ones that's being picked. They're the ones that's supposed to be picked, so to speak. They're dressed to the nines, or so to speak. They got their dresses on, they got the toes out, toenails painted, feet looking good, everything from head to toe looking good, right? Soft, feminine looking. And then Buddy coming here, his fit is smooth, his fit is decent, ain't doing too much. I'm not overdoing it, I'm not underdoing it. I'm right there in the middle where I need to be. and they still popping the balloons, despite the fact of all his accolades and everything he got going on. He played ball overseas, which means he's making some decent amount of money. He's an author. He got 3 degrees because y'all know y'all love education, ladies. Y'all, he got 3 of them things. He got a associate's, a bachelor's, and a master's. So he got 3 of them joints, and he got them in psychology, right? So, and mind you, and he's giving back by giving shoes to the less fortunate. So he is your ideal guy that you want, and yet here we are again. Y'all talking about, well, I wish your beard would just, the beard looks nice, but it's just not my style. What you mean? You ain't the one wearing it. And then y'all talking about the man jacket and the outfit. Man, listen, at this point, you just can't win. He's just like, hey, bro, I just can't win. I just can't win. Now, if it was somebody who came up there, they're looking all toxic, you know, they look, you know, some people just look like they toxic. It's like, yeah, this nigga, yeah, he about them games. Because I remember I did a pop the balloon video a long while ago. And there was a guy who came on. He looked like he was toxic. He had the dread braids in. They were dyed blonde. He had the big old he had the glasses on with the hat joint on, had some shorts on. This man had tats all the way down his leg and his arms. He said he had 2 or 3 baby mamas, but one of them was by a sneaky link. Most of the girls popped, but then there was one shorty who was supposed to be the most educated one. He toxic as hell. Really, if you ask me, it was all red flags at the end of the day. The only green flag he had was the fact that he made money. He was focusing on business and he wanted to grow his wealth. That was probably the only thing. But Shorty said she still wanted to test him out because he was honest. I said, dog, what? I said, what are we talking about right now? All red flags across the board, and Shorty still didn't pop her balloon. And then what's crazy, the fact is, she was the last one that stood up and she still got her balloon popped. And she was just trying to see what that D was like. I said, man, listen, I ain't got time. So I don't know. At this point, it is what it is, man. Ladies, y'all just do it. At this point, bro, just leave y'all to y'all own demise, bro. Fellas, go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. At this point, dog, things are getting too picky, man. Everybody has that feeling of missing out. They're gonna find the smallest thing to tell you no on because they think the grass is green on the other side. They think that they can get better. That's typically what it is. They think that they can get better and not evaluating themselves. And then when they, oh well, I'm a baddie, I'm fine, I'm this, that, and the third. I know I can get the man I want because I'm confident. So we know a lot of confident people who still don't get the things that they wanted. Just because you're confident, that does not equate to the result that you want. You could be the most confident person in the room, but guess what? You still may not get the results that you want. Y'all remember the singing show, right? The one that P. Diddy was on. I forgot the name of it. But you know, they had all the singers coming on. There was this one guy. He kind of looked like Odell Beckham a little bit. And he was always used to go back and forth with Diddy. And Buddy was singing, and Diddy called his singing mid. And he was like, nah, I'm the best thing to ever do it. He had this meat coat on with the joints around the neck. Now, mind you, his singing wasn't the best. It was mid at best. For real, it was mid. But his bravado and his confidence made you think that he was about to come out here straight kill it. Like he was about to go in. Like there was no competition. Man, he came out there singing. I'm like, bro, this don't match your confidence don't match your singing. Because your singing is far beneath where your confidence is at. And Diddy was just looking at him like, you really think? And then Buddy was looking back at him like, let me see it. Let me see if I can find that picture real quick. I'm gonna show y'all. Where is it at? Dang, what was the name of that song? No, not song, show. Let me see. The 4. There it is. There it is. That one right here. That one right here. You know what? Let me pull up this one right here. This the one. This one right here. This joint right here. This joint right here.
My godmother, blood. I'm the younger cousin of.
This joint right here. Look at this confidence right here. Buddy got the mink on. He got the little side swoop going on with the curly. He got the honey badger look going on. He thought he was dope, but he trying to. And what's crazy is he name dropped because, like, man, listen, I'm the
Prince.
What?
I'm the younger cousin of Prince.
Like, I'm the younger cousin of Prince. Like, what does that even mean to me? What does that mean?
What?
My godmother. Hold on, Prince who? Prince. Yeah. Purple Rain.
Look at this. I'm talking about he got the shoes on.
He's saucy.
Look, got the bedazzles on. Like, he out here.
Hey, I'm trying to follow in y'all
Look at him. Ripped jeans.
footsteps, so I know Khaled likes the jacket. So
Look at the jacket.
you know.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna front. I wear leathers and furs in the summer too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I think he got the memo. It's on.
Look at the fit.
Let's go.
Love. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you and in my life things were destined to change. 'Cause love goes with faith and you sometimes go astray.
That's how y'all be. That's exactly how a lot of these ladies be out here in these streets, bro. That's exactly how y'all be. Y'all come out. Y'all think y'all the best thing since sliced bread. But then when it's time to put in the work, it's like, bro, what is this? Now, I'm not saying that he can't sing. I'm not saying that he can't sing, but the way that he is presenting himself, you think he about to blow the socks off the entire building. Me. You doing too much. Sing the song, man. Just sing the song, bro. We don't need all that. We don't need all the extra. Just sing the song. So many people, you doing too much, bro. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Sit the fuck down. And this is what we talk about. This is what we talk about. You talk a good game, but when it's time to put the action in, where is it? It don't match. It ain't matching your confidence. So, with that being said, to go back to my original point, your confidence does not mean you're going to get the result that you want. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right, so let's go to this last topic tonight. I want to talk about today. I said tonight. Today. Man, I like doing live streams during the day, man, instead of at night. I like this. I like doing live streams during the day. Dope. Yeah, y'all gotta hurry. Y'all gotta hurry up and blow my channel up, man, so we can do this full time. So I can do this during the day, especially during the week. Y'all gotta help him blow the Courtnee Edgar Show up, man. Y'all playing. I need y'all to be sharing my channel. I need y'all to be clipping it up, finding the parts that even if you agree or disagree, clip it up and post it and repost it up on your platforms. We need y'all to do that. We need y'all to blow this channel up because, bro, we got to get there. We got to get there. We got to get there. Okay, let's go to this next topic. Where we at? Jesus. Want you to help me. Here we go. Emmanuel Acho is out here again. So I don't know if any of y'all follow tennis. So I don't know if y'all follow tennis. I don't know if y'all been watching the tournament or anything like that. But Emmanuel Acho is at it again, you know, claiming racism or claiming somebody trying to make a slight at a black person. So Sloane Stevens, Sloane, I want to say her name is Sloane. So she's a black tennis player, Sloane Stevens. She's a black tennis player. So she decided she showed up on the cast with the cowboy hat on, basically with her whole cowboy outlook, with her whole cowboy look. It was in all white. And so the comment that came from one of the main hosts, he said, "Great to see you get off the ranch. I know the crops needed tending." And so Emmanuel Acho, he looked at this and he said, "Hey, y'all just gonna let him say that? Y'all just gonna bypass that? And, you know, considering the fact that this is a white man that said, you know, y'all should be having a little bit more disdain about the situation." So we're going to dive into it and get more context. And then we're going to give our thoughts and our opinions. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out.
I got to take a seat for this one, y'all. I cannot believe what I just watched. Take a look at this white television host telling Sloane Stevens, a black tennis player acting as a sports analyst, that she looks like she just got off the ranch because the crops needed tending.
All of you on the East and West Coast, if you're up on the West Coast, heck of a night. Keep it rolling. John Isner, Sam Query, Caroline Wozniacki, and yeehaw! Sloane Stevens, y'all. Great to see you got off the ranch. I know the crops need attending, but you are ready to go. Adam Lefkoe.
In what world can you have such ignorance and audacity to make a claim to a black woman as a white man that she looks like she just got off a ranch and that crops needed tending? The ignorance, the arrogance, the lack of common sense, common decency, and common courtesy to step outside yourself and understand what the hell you were saying and who you were saying it to. To say to a black woman, as a white man particularly, that she looks like she just got off the ranch. And why? Because of her outfit? Because she was wearing a hat? Because she was wearing a dress? That she looks like she just got off the ranch and that the crops needed tending? With all due respect, ain't no black women tending to any more crops, sir. I hope Sloane Stevens got the apology of a lifetime. I got to take a seat for this one, y'all.
When are we going to stop trying to make everything racist, dog? When are we going to? So let me ask you a question, Emmanuel Acho. If a black man said it to her, would you say something then? Would you have made a video? The exact same words. If it was a black man that said it, would you have said something? Just like this lady that's in the comments. Her name is Alika Follett. Alika Follett. She said, "This feels extra. Sloane is dressed like a cowgirl, and I just assume everyone on a ranch tends to crops. Doesn't sound racist to me at all. I think the same thing would have been said to a white woman." Exactly. What do farmers do? What do cowboys do? They tend to the things that need to be tended to. They tend to the animals. They tend to the crops. Excuse me. They tend to the field. But you, Emmanuel Acho, decide to make something that was not something, because it was a white man and a black woman. Now you talk about there needs to be an apology. No, I don't think there needs to be an apology at all. Because if it was a black man said, I guarantee you probably would have laughed. And it blows my mind that you, at your big old age, you, at the visibility that you're getting on your podcast, you would be able to understand. You would be able to understand that sometimes it's just all fun and games. Sometimes it's just a little banter and barter. Shout out to the Banter and Barter Show. You tend to make everything racist, and it's not the case. You take things a little too serious sometimes with the visibility that you have, with the voice that you have. If there was something that's truly upsetting, if there was something that was truly there, I'm pretty sure it would have went far more viral. Because I mean, that's what people like, right? They like shit like that. They like things like that. They like controversy. But you just made something that it wasn't. And you're trying to turn it into something that is not. Sir, calm down. Respectfully, calm down. It's okay for them to make jokes about black people because guess what? Black people always make jokes about white people. Black people make jokes about Hispanics. Hispanics make jokes about black people. We do it all the time. And don't come on here with the BS. Oh, well, you're on a public platform. Why would you do that if on the camera where there's millions of people that are watching? So it's called great relationship. That means they may have a good working relationship and they're able to go back and forth with each other like that. When nobody feeling any kind of way, but for some reason you had to be the one to say something. Why? Everything. Get off the plantation, dog. Get off the plantation. Get off. We're far removed from what happened, bro. We're far removed from that. You've never experienced it. You have never been a slave once in your life, ever. On that type of magnitude, you have never been a slave. So stop it. Stop. It ain't that serious, bro. She wore a cowboy outfit. What do you think? What do you think? What are they supposed to say? You're making something bigger than what it's not. If this didn't warrant it, if she didn't have a cowboy outfit on, and he just randomly just said, "Hey, shorty, you look like you ready to get on the ranch and tend to the crops." Now that's an entire different dynamic. But because the setting, she had the whole cowboy outfit on. What do you think cowboys do? You think that all they do is just ride on horses all day? That's what you think that they do? Just ride on horses? That's it. 10 horses, that's it? As if they don't have a field of crops either? Come on, man. You're too grown for this, dog. You are way too grown for this, bro. You say it was a bad joke at best. I mean, it wasn't even that's what I'm saying. It's not even a bad joke. Oh, yeah, a bad joke meaning that it probably wasn't that funny. You know, he probably didn't hit. It probably didn't hit like it should because he didn't deliver it the way that it should have hit to make people really laugh at it, right? In that sense, okay, cool. But in the sense to look at it as, oh, well, here goes a white man talking about a black woman again. See, what I'm talking about, this is racist. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because this same dude, he messed up another white man's name. And he was like, he just brushed it off. Like, I don't know how to say your name. But I guarantee if it was a black woman, he messed up his name. I guarantee Emmanuel Acho going to find a way to make it like a racist name. Well, you need to provide her the respect and say her name the proper way. Who are you? Because of the black community and how the white community looks at the black community, they look at us as they don't find us respectful, so they don't even care to even say our name properly. This is the stuff that pisses me off, man. This is what pisses me off, especially for people like this. You making a big noise out of nothing. Just like old girl, just like T. Lorenzo said, she's literally dressed in cowgirl gear. Bro, we gotta chill. Facts. You gotta relax, dog. Go take a chill pill, bro. Cut the fro down or something. Do something, man. Do something different. Go figure it out. Everything ain't racist, man. Everything is not racist. And that's shit that be throwing me all the way off. It throws me all the way off. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it at all, bro. Nah, I'm not naive, bro. I'm not naive at all. But everything don't have to turn into racism just because a white man said it against a black person, dog. Sometimes it's just a genuine joke, man. You don't got to take everything so serious. Sometimes life is not that serious, bro. And you don't got to make it a big deal. You don't. But anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right, my people, man. Well, today was dope. I appreciate y'all for coming to kick it with me. Coming in with your boy. Engaging with your boy. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all are here on Tuesday for the Banter and Barter show. For any of you ladies that want to be on the show Tuesday, hit me up on my IG, which is Courtnee.Edgar. Let me know that you want to be on the show. All right. Or if you haven't joined my Discord, join my Discord. And you can actually reach me there as well. All right. So until next time, my good people, I appreciate y'all, and I will.